Hey, my loves, I intend you guys are doing well. Yes, I haven't been filming for a while. That's precisely because I had an eye infection. It was painful, it was irritating, and it was like I had these watery eyes, and I was wearing my specs, and it was uncomfortable, and I wasn't really in a position to film videos. So I have been pretty irregular, but now I'm perfectly fine. So I'm back. I think I will film a few videos back to back. Okay, sometimes I say, but I don't because when I am not in the flow, I stop filming the videos because I don't prepare a script because I feel that I sometimes don't need to. Most of the times, I don't need to because most of the times, no, always I speak from experience. Okay, so if I don't believe in something, I don't talk about it. If I don't understand something, because yes, of course, I'm no different. Okay. I'm also evolving. I'm learning, I'm applying. It's a trial and error thing. You test it and then you see what works for you, what doesn't. So I always speak from experience. If I don't understand something, I usually don't talk about it. Okay. Now let's talk about everyone as you pushed out. It's simple but highly misinterpreted sometimes in this manifestation community. It is not about everyone is you pushed out is not about the other person. That is where most are going wrong. It's not about changing the other person. Okay? It's not about just affirming that my SP loves me or my SP is obsessed with me. And you think that if you keep affirming this without changing your core dominant energy, your SP is suddenly going to become obsessed with you. No. I have made multiple videos on how do you feel about the version of you that you are right now. Okay. Now, this is very intrinsically connected to everyone is you pushed out. Everyone is you pushed out simply means they are reflecting back to you what you are assuming about them. And what you are assuming about them, hear me out very carefully. What you are assuming about them is most likely, if it's not really what you want it to be right now, then what you're assuming about them is most likely colored by your past experiences, your belief system. Yeah, your belief system. So, in its essence, it just implies that no person is good or bad. It is just your assumption about that person, about how you expect to be treated by that person, that is determining his or her behavior in your reality. Yes, you got to watch this a few times. So, it is not really about just affirming. It is also about being extremely mindful about the version of you that you are that right now. Because if you feel like the confident version of you, if you feel confident, if you feel chosen, if you have chosen yourself, if you have prioritized yourself, then there is a particular energy that you are functioning from. When you function from that kind of energy where you put yourself first, you have new sets of thoughts. You think differently about yourself and about your current present life experiences. When you are the confident version, then you think about people differently as well. You talk about them differently as well. Now, let me simplify this. If you are in victim consciousness, if you are in victim consciousness, most likely you are talking about your SP or anybody else whom you're not really happy with in a very negative manner. But if you are a confident person right now, if you are feeling good about your life right now, if you are living a good life, if not your best life right now, if you're making efforts to look after yourself, to value yourself, to put yourself first, then there is a specific energy that you're going to feel inside you. Now, when you feel that way, your SP, it's connected to any kind of manifestation, obviously. Your SP is going to reflect that back to you precisely because you will be, when you're in that mind frame, when you're that in that state of being, precisely, you will be thinking different thoughts about your SP. You will not be clingy. You will not be needy. You will not be like, this person has to be here right now for me to be happy. You'll be like, yeah, he or she will obviously be wanting to be with me. He or she obviously loves me because I'm lovable. I love myself. I love my life. I take myself seriously. I'm living a productive, successful life. Are you feeling that way about yourself? If not, then it's not a limiting belief, but I would suggest you really fine tune your own energy a bit. Neutralize it, get into a more confident space, and then when you feel good about yourself, watch the thoughts that you are having about your SP. They will be different, trust me. Sometimes you might not even want them. Happened with me, so I know. So, the point being, everyone is you pushed out means your primary focus has to be on you, how you are feeling. And also, it's not just about how you are feeling and thinking, it's about what you are assuming about that person. And it becomes a lot more easier for you to assume good things about people. It becomes a lot more easier for you to assume good things about people if you are functioning, dominantly functioning from a neutral space where you are not desperate. Been there, done that, I know. And we all know. So, everyone is you pushed out is what you expect from that person, what you assume about that person is going to become true in your reality. And most likely, you are assuming things based on your belief system, and it has got nothing to do with the person. Because the person can be a devil in your reality and a saint in the other, in another person's reality, depending on what you are assuming about the person. So there are two ways, there are two things that you just got to fine tune. How you're feeling about yourself right now. If you don't feel good enough, work on it. Get into a neutral space and then fine tune your thoughts about that person. He makes me happy. She makes me happy. He keeps me happy. She keeps me happy. I'm always happy. I'm always blessed. Everyone is you pushed out is easy. Extremely easy. It's not about affirming about your SP and then looking at the 3D and seeing whether he or she has changed. No, 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 no. It is about understanding that you are actually a magnet to what you are dominantly thinking. As in, you are attracting things that you are dominantly thinking. So, if you feel let down, if you feel sad, I understand. However, if you want to change the story, I always tell my clients, stop affirming about the SP for a while. Affirm that you are the best thing that has happened to them, to anybody. So affirm that you are always happy. Affirm that you are always peaceful. Affirm that everybody loves you. Everybody loves me. Am I not the best coach ever? I think I am. So the point being, don't just keep affirming and then jump and see whether the 3D has shifted. Are you feeling good about yourself? When you are, watch your thoughts. You will be having different thoughts about your SP. Your job as a conscious manifester is to expand on that, expand on that awareness about you feeling good about your life, and therefore everything else, including your SP, morphing itself and himself or herself the way you want them to function. So if you want somebody to love you, to be obsessed with you, of course you should be affirming. You can affirm, oh God, he's so obsessed with me, she's so obsessed with me. Of course, that will work. However, there is a definite fine tuning of your own core energy that you should be constantly practicing. Because when you shift, everything shifts. Everyone is you pushed out is you assuming something about somebody based on your core belief system. And when you are the most confident version of you, your belief system is different. Hence, your thoughts are different about yourself and about others. And others have no choice but to reflect that back to you in your current reality. Intent that was helpful. I know that was helpful. And I'll see you soon. Bye.